Hello and welcome from Dusseldorf Caravan Salon 2020-2021 range from the Italian manufacturer Roller Team. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be packing people into motorhomes. How many people can we get into a motorhome? And we're going to start off with this one here, overcab, and it has a style which I think is rather reminiscent of 40 years ago, and you'll see that. Ready to go, weight, maximum weight 3.5 tons, so you've got at least 500 kilos of payload, belted 6 sleeping positions, 7 meters only. It says it can take a scooter in the garage, although I can't give you the weight of the rear garage. There's certainly the space to put a scooter, but is there the weight capacity? That, unfortunately, I can't give you an answer to, and you'll want the price. Oh, it's down there, so you're not going to get much change from 60,000 euros. Let's come in and have a look at how many sleeping spaces there are. Well, start off up here. Now there's only one window there. On a hot summer's night, you know, it might be rather hot. There's a Fiat Ducato. Now we've got this rear bench. I think a rear bench is a complete waste of time, unless of course you're going to use it for what's probably intended, which is for sleeping. So you've got to make a bed there. And coming to the back as well, we've got another bed, and this one will go up and down depending on how much space you need in the garage. Now, one nice feature of this is, obviously they thought about this one going up and down. The window is not very big, and that is to allow the bed to go further up. So they thought of that one. Sometimes they forget that one. I'm sorry, so when I say they, I mean the designers, I don't mean Roller Team. Okay, so you've got 6 people in here, a tower fridge, which might be able to incorporate everything you'd need on a journey, possibly, I don't know. You've got, and down here as well, of course, plenty of storage down here as well, so your food can go down there. Can't remember what the water was, how much water it holds. Possibly 120 litres. 120 shared by 6, you've got 20 litres each. There will be at least one person that doesn't save once in the shower, so you know that's going to be a little bit of a problem. The way I think of things, I think the way you're going to store stuff for your journey, your clothes, where you've got a large wardrobe down there, and we've got 3 lockers here, 2 here, and we've got 2 at the back, which is smaller. So 2 people at the back here, one of them gets both of those lockers. Next one gets that locker, and then there's 1 locker each. Down here, your dry food, your pots and pans, 3 burner. So right, good. And there others get one of these lockers, and each person will get, let's say, what, 2 or 3 possibly even more, possibly 4 hangers each. Of course you'd have to take these cushions out. This is a trade fair. They will they'll have to store the stuff somewhere. And there's your fuses with a bit of additional storage around it. What, do you like this or not? You don't? Okay, right, we'll go and see someone else. As with all vans, it comes with an insect screen. So that's the 295, Roller Team 295. Right, so we'll go down to this one here. It's got an enormous garage, and it is 743 centimetres in length. 4 or 5 people sleep in this, 5 belted positions. Price is the same. You've got, let's say, just over 400 kilos of payload, ready to go. Okay, 60,000 euros. Width of the van is 235, like they're all 235. Two there. Right, now the table here, well, you can make a bed down here. They say it's for one person. There are companies in the Trigano group which claim you get 2 in a space like that. Never been Adria that said 3. And 2 up here. This bed will go up. I think that's just about the highest, as high as it'll go. But you can put it down again if you don't want it there. Right, now, one thing, the ladder does not stop you successfully getting into the toilet. So at night, after a drinking session, you should be able to get in relatively easily. But bear in mind the capacity, the additional capacity of the cassette toilet. After you put your fluid in and water, it's only about 15 litres, so you're going to have to empty that every day. Possibly every day if it's been carrying to capacity. And storage, well, there's a bit less storage here in this one. So we've got that, and we've got 4 lockers and no lockers in the back. So the door opens. You never know, you might need it. So that's the 290. So now I'm going to take you to the pièce de résistance, the one which can really pack in hundreds of people, which is this one. Here's my friend Dirk. Do you want to say something, Dirk?
Good morning to England.
Well, that's only a small amount of my viewers, of course.
Okay.
In the United Kingdom, you might want to sort of extend that one.
Hello world.
Hello world. Yeah. And Dirk, what's your site called?
Avanti on Tour.
Yeah.
It's a German-based site with all about traveling and camper vans and all that stuff. Some technical advices, and if you'd like, but it's in German.
It's in and Avanti as in
Avanti, like the Italian.
Yeah, as in La Strada Avanti.
As in La Strada. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, very good. And so you've got some proper equipment as well there. You've got something on your waist.
Yes. It's this one.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to handle with a meter.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, that's far more advanced than I have.
Digital form, and it's okay.
Yeah. So this is what the professionals do. Yes. And right, good. So right. I'll continue. Oh, you can keep walking as well.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about packing thousands of people in a van. By looking at this Kronos here, from Roller Team, to which thousands of people will go in. Well, 7 anyway. Kronos 277, and there you go. 7 people in this. It's only 7 meters long, and it's got a payload of 500 kilos. 500 kilos for 7 people. This is ready to go, by the way, so that includes a bit of water. But 7 people, 7 adults, weighing an average of, let's say, 70 kilos each. Well, that means if they do, and 7 adults weighing 70 kilos isn't bad going at all. You're not going to have much water, so you could actually, in that case, scrap this room in here. You won't be using that. You possibly need the toilet though. So that, see, that would save some space. You get some more, get a couple of beds in there. You'd have to sort of sleep in a vertical position, and you won't be needing this because you won't have any water either. So you could sort of scrap that one as well. And you won't have any space to carry food, so you may as well scrap the entire kitchen. You get another bed in here. And there's plenty of space here to queue up for the toilet. I'm not so certain that this one is going to work unless they increased the, put an Alco chassis on it and increase the payload and an extra 1,000 kilos, like to put up to 4.5 tons. Of course, that's going to put the price up significantly, but that way you may in fact be able to get 7 adults in a van like that. I know what you're thinking. You say it's not designed for 7 adults, but 500 kilos of payload, that does include a bit of fuel and a bit of water and the driver. So I am exaggerating a bit, but not a lot. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll come back to the video which I started off with. The thing about here is, if you're talking of stacking people into vans, is to think of the weight and a 3.5 ton basis for efficient. So that gives that one. So what about if you decided that you weren't going to pack people into the van after all? So you could go for an overcab version like this one here, and this one here you can get 4 people in, and it's only 6 meters in length. So 2 up there, and if memory serves me correctly, you've got 600 kilos in this of carrying capacity. So a full water tank plus, let's say, 3 adults, because that's included in the 4th one's included. So you're looking at, say, what, 3 times 8, and put the weight to 80, be more realistic. 240 plus 120 or 360. You'd want some extra fuel in there. Yeah, you see, even there you're coming quite close, unless you're stopping at every filling station you come to. Okay, right, so that's the overcab model, 6 meters. What if you say, yeah, you've got a good point on that one, let's just go now down to 2 people only, and say, well, we'll get 3 of these vans, okay, ready to go. Okay, I'm exaggerating when I said 600 earlier. That's 600 completely empty, sorry. Okay, right, so even the figures are even worse. So ready to go, if it's 3,072, just over 400 kilos. Well, there's only 2 people in this end anyway, so you have to eat quite a lot to get 200 kilos in weight. And this is the same as the other one, just in an integrated version. This is no cheaper to buy. You might think, well, I'd rather have a bigger van, because the floor plate is the same. It's going to cost more fuel, but let's face it, I mean, fuel, if you're buying a van thinking of the how many fuel consumption, then I think you've maybe making a false economy, in my opinion. Now, there are other vans which are integrated, which you might think, oh well, I'll have something like that, such as this 287 TL. It's 4 or 5, so let's say we'll call it a 5-person van, and okay, again, ready to go, 400 kilos of payload. The driver's included in that. This is why it's best to do empty weights, because you might say, well, I'll put the heaviest person will be the driver. So the heaviest person's the driver, and that doesn't quite work that way. But 400 kilos of payload. You've got 4 adults. Well, it's still not really sufficient. Where the beds, one bed's up here. This comes down here. I'll show you the bed coming down if it's working. Is everything okay? Yeah. Always check to see it's not got some glass on it. There, you've got the bed comes down like that. Space below, well, not really, but there's a little bit. And I would get into this by standing on the driver passenger's chairs and pulling myself in, I think. Yeah, there's plenty of space down there for that. So that's how that works. If you're really feeling cash positive, of course, you could get one of these Euromobile Integras. You can get 3 of the van I'm just in now, which is around the what's this? Oh, it's under 60,000. I'm exaggerating a bit, but 2.5 of this one for the cost of one of them. And these are built to pack people in. Those ones aren't. Comes in Ford or Fiat Ducato, I think, but maybe not all the models. So again, similar weight, 5 pedal position, 4 or 5. Once more, bed in the roof as we just saw. 2 people down here, and this one here has got what I term the German layout at the back. So you've got 3 other people up front. And supposing one of them needs to get into the toilet, well, okay, it's a van. You got to expect everyone's going to get woken up. What about if somebody needs the shower? Well, fortunately, you can see through the screen, so you will be able to expose yourself in the shower. Good idea or not? This one has got a queen bed, and once more it's looking at 5-person van. Weight is more or less the same. In fact, it's not even more or less, it's even less, even worse. It's so 350 kilos, and okay, one bed admittedly is an option, and cost is around 60,000. So it's nice at the back though. Now, I appreciate the point of lightweighting. Vans have got really far lighter than they were. I look at for example, the Mercedes, what's it called, the 412, I think it is, or 4, I can't remember now. So this Mercedes, the van itself, absolutely empty, would be something produced in the 80s, and that would be with nothing in there, nothing. You're looking at 3.5 tons of weight, so you've got to put in 4.5 tons immediately. And compared to how light the base vehicles are today, you know, about 2,200, something like that. And so you've got lots of space there for putting stuff in. But it's I think you can't just keep packing more and more weight into the vehicle. I think I shall conclude. I hope I've made my point here. There you go. 4 sleeping places, 428 kilos of payload. That might just work. But I quite like the layout here. Clear division of separate different rooms. bear in mind it's 235 centimeters external width, so the bed, if you're tall, it won't be entirely suitable. That's but you can sort of walk around it to get into bed so you don't disturb the other person. And that also allows the width of the van to be kept down. Okay, then the width is 743 centimeters. Good. I'm now going to come back to where I started from. I think I have made a point on the idea that you can put 17, 70 beds in a motorhome, but it's not going to do much for the amount of people you can actually carry in it, unless you upgrade also the weight carrying capacity. Thanks very much for watching.